BookTok. Show me your thickest book, tiniest book, cover you love, cover you don't love, but you love the book. One of your last amazing reads, totally underrated book.
Okay, BookTok, here's another challenge for you. First, show me a book that has flowers on the cover. Next, show me a book that has 3 words in the title. Next, show me a book that has a number in the title. Then show me a book that's by an author that you've never read before. And finally, show me the book that you're currently reading.
Here's a new book challenge. Show us a book that you bought because of BookTok.
Show us a book that got you through a reading slump.
Show us a book that gave you a book hangover.
Show us a book that you wanted to throw across the room.
Show us a book that made you believe in love.
Show us a book that you could reread over and over again.
Show us a book that you could not finish.
Show us a book that is marketed as YA but shouldn't be.
Show us a book that didn't live up to your expectations.
Show us a book that is spicy.
Show us a book that deserved a sequel but didn't get one.
And finally, show us a book that isn't hyped up enough.
This is the Real Bookworm Challenge. Show me your favorite book, your other favorite book, your other favorite book, your other favorite book, your other favorite book, and your other favorite book.
Grab a book, it doesn't matter which one. Go to page 112. And the first thing that a character says will be what describes yourself.
Hey fellow bookworms, this is the Pretty Cover Book Challenge. Show me
Your prettiest book in black, your prettiest book in blue,
your prettiest book in white, your prettiest book in yellow, your prettiest book in red, your prettiest book in pink, your prettiest book in purple, your prettiest book in brown, and your prettiest book in green.
Time for another book challenge. Go to your bookshelf and pick a book, any book, it doesn't matter which one, and then open the book up to page 74. The first thing a character says on that page is what your soulmate will say when you first meet them.
Everyone should try this. Go to your bookshelf, grab a random book, turn to page 17, and whatever the first word is what your friends call you behind your back.
Everyone should try this.
Go to a bookshelf,
Grab a random book,
Turn to page 206, and the first sentence explains your love life.
Do you like reading, or are you a legit bookworm? Let's find out. Put a finger down if you own a library card, if you've read a book at an athletic event, if you've marked your page with a receipt, if you like sniffing books, if you've read a book at a social event, if you use Goodreads, if you've gifted your favorite book to someone, if you've read a book while exercising, if you've fallen asleep while reading, if you've read the same book more than 3 times, if you've ever stayed up late to finish a book, if you've ever stalked your favorite author on social media, if you've belonged to a book club, if you always have a book, just in case, if you've read in the bathtub, if you've posted more than 3 reviews online, if you've cried while reading, if you've loaned your favorite book to a friend, if you've visited an author's website, or if you've read a passage aloud to someone.
This is the 5 book challenge. First, show us the book that you're currently reading. Then show us your last 5-star read. Then show us a book that you keep putting off when you need people to help you read it sooner. Then show us the book that you feel like is super underappreciated on BookTok. And finally, show us the book that you feel like everyone needs to read.
This is the impossible BookTok tag. You should only attempt it if you have way too much time on your hands. Show me a book that you totally didn't vibe with, but that's probably okay, but you just weren't in the right headspace to enjoy it. Show me the 17th book on your bookshelf. However you figure out how to count it, it's gotta be the 17th. Show me the back of a popular book and see if people in the comments can guess what it is. Show me a book that was actually really good, but that you read a while ago and now you can barely remember any of it. Show me a book that you bought simply because it was really cheap and the cover was pretty good and you probably will never read it. Show me a book that you read because a friend suggested it, but that friend you have better book taste in then. Show me a book by an author with a 3-letter last name. Show me a book by an author with a common noun last name. Show me a book that was published in the greatest year of our lives, 2016. And last, show me a book that you haven't read that the title begins with a preposition.